Welcome back to the Peach State Prime channel. I'm Warren, and we are currently still on our America 250 road trip, and our stop today brings us to St. Louis, Missouri. Of course, St. Louis, Missouri is famous for the Gateway Arch. This video, we're near it, but this video is not about that. We are taking a Riverfront Cruise. So we'll be showing that off, and the arch will be the video after this one. I decided to keep everything that's unique in its own separate video, just because it helps me stay organized, and it helps, to me, it helps you, the viewer, see, you know, help break it up, of course, but also, you know, let you focus on what you might want to see. Instead of having to weed through an hour and a half video of, you know, 3 different things. Now, the Holiday World video was an hour and a half, but that day was so epic it had to be that long. But so we're going to be going on the Riverfront Cruise, and you'll probably get a few glimpses of the arch, but we'll focus on that in the next video. All right, so here is a sign showing us which way to the riverfront and which way to the arch. I don't know. Which way is it to the arch? We are over here walking. We're gonna walk beside / under the arch to get to our boat. And the boat is booked through the National Park Service. We got a combo with it and the, you know, actually going up into the arch. Looks like they have some tents set up for maybe some sort of event down here. Here we are right next to the left side of the arch. Here goes Landon for scale. He touched the St. Louis arch. And I know I said we'd focus on the arch in the next video, but I am right next to it. It is huge. And we are kind of in the center of the arch here, and you can see back there the old courthouse building, I believe it is, or Old Town Hall. It's a nice plaza they got here. All right, we are down at the riverfront now. Be boarding our boat here in just a little bit.
Yeah, hang on.
There's Landon down by the water. And then over here, see where we're going to board our riverboat. Very classic looking riverboat there. Oh, you can see the train going across over there. looks like the name of our ship, or our boat, is the Tom Sawyer. Very fitting since we'll be going down the Mississippi River here. You can see the barge making its way down the Mississippi, or Old Man River. All right, we are heading to the dock here. Going this gift shop and tickets. Nice and cool in here. Usually you exit through the gift shop. I guess we're entering. Oh, here's one of the steamboats here. Oh, they do have a Tom Sawyer poster here with some facts. That's pretty cool. I think we'll, oh yeah, of course they got arch merchandise here. I think we'll take our ride first and then see if we want anything. Right, we are boarding the Tom Sawyer. And yes, the Rush song is stuck in my head. Climb these stairs. I think we want to ride at the very tippy top. Just so we can see out.
Or the side.
It's up to you. I think we're gonna sit right here on the side. Okay, this is a good view. And this is an actual riverboat with a paddle wheel and everything. Very cool. Here on the deck, there's the arch. This being a new hat, I'm not taking chances this time.
Time to cover your ears, cover your ears, cover your ears. Here goes that whistle. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay, getting ready to go.
So once it starts moving, we can walk around.
So that is the state of Illinois over there. Behind us is Missouri.
So what that means for us is, as we cruise along, we're going to see obviously a lot of bridges, a whole lot of barges. You can see several stacked up on shore right now. If you look up and around, you'll see trucks and trains cruising in every direction. And along the shore, we've got some pretty big industry. We've got crane, elevators, cement. And for nearly 100 years, this bridge was the symbol of St. Louis until completion of the arch. Oh, and if you look up right now, there goes our light rail across the lower deck. In one of the quirkier bits of St. Louis history, When this bridge first opened, the public was skeptical of all the advances in engineering. So to prove its stability, the architect himself, James Buchanan Eads, with great pomp and circumstance and an entire marching band, marched an elephant all the way across the bridge and back. In a time of tremendous scientific advancement, it was still popularly believed that an elephant would instinctively not set foot on unstable ground. But having passed the test of the elephant, it has definitely passed the test of time. Today it still carries automobile traffic on its upper level. And like we just saw, it carries our Metrolink light rail on its lower level. If you keep your eyes peeled, that goes by about every 15 minutes. Coming up on the left, in between the two bridges, is a cluster of brick and stone buildings. The big lawn in front, this is the Eads Landing, named after Pierre Lejeune, the founder of St. Louis. And this little 9-block district is the only remaining section of the city's original commercial waterfront. To check out a little of what the city looked like at the peak of the steamship era. Perhaps not as elegant as the paddle wheelers of old, the jumbo hopper barge is definitely by far the most efficient way to move any kind of bulk goods. Depending on what it's carrying, a single jumbo hopper barge can carry as much as 60 to 100 tractor-trailer trucks. And a tugboat pushing ahead can move 1 ton approximately 600 miles on a single gallon of diesel. Stand. Built in 2014. Those towers are over 400 feet high, 1,500 feet apart, and are 2,800 feet in total length. This was the 3rd largest cable stay bridge in the country when it was built. It's named after Stan Moyan, our beloved Cardinals Hall of Famer. He played all of his 22 seasons with the Cards, was one of the most consistent hitters in baseball history.
Turning around now.
We might pass the state line.
The breeze is fantastic like this. And we are now facing the Illinois and of course St. Louis side. Alright, I stand corrected. I said Illinois. I meant the Missouri and St. Louis side. The other side was Illinois. Just got all turned around, if you know what I mean.
smallest of all of our national parks. But at 630 feet high, the Gateway Arch itself is the tallest arch in the world. If you are from abroad, that is 192 meters. And if you are from the city of St. Louis, that is approximately 3,960 toasted raviolis high, depending on whose T-Ravs you're using to measure. The arch was designed by architect Eero Saarinen, completed in 1965 and dedicated to the American people. Just a couple days, we'll be hosting a spectacular fireworks show from right here. Also, underneath the arch is our museum dedicated to westward expansion. If you take that little tram ride up to the top, there is an observation deck with a 30-mile view of the bi-state area. If you guys have not already had a chance to check out both, I highly recommend them. You can grab tickets right at our gift shop on the dock. To the right of the left leg, you can see a dark steeple with a gold ball and cross. And then coming into view now, the white building with the green dome. The steeple with the gold ball is the old cathedral. And the green dome is the old courthouse. Those are the two buildings saved by Thomas Targhee from the Great Fire. The old courthouse just completed a multi-year restoration, and it's now also a museum, free and open to the public. In the mid-1800s, two very high-profile cases were tried in that courthouse. The Dred Scott case. Dred Scott was the slave who sued for his freedom and ultimately lost. That loss is still considered one of the final sparks igniting the Civil War. And that is also where Virginia miners sued for her and thereby all women's right to vote. The next bridge we're about to pass, I've seen 80s with increasing highway speeds. Cars were having increasing difficulties staying on the bridge, so they just removed that problem. But at well over 100 years old, this bridge is still in daily use as a railway bridge. And out at our 2 o'clock way in the original Anheuser-Busch Brewery, practically a small city in and of itself, it is one of the oldest and largest breweries in the world. Prior to Augustus Busch joining his father-in-law Anheuser in business, beer was something that was pretty exclusively brewed locally and consumed locally. It didn't have a great shelf life, it did not travel well. But Busch was a tremendous innovator, and once he had some capital behind him, he took advantage of advances in pasteurization to finally create a shelf-stable beer that still tasted great. And then he took advantage of those newfangled refrigerated railway cars to send that beer to both coasts, making Budweiser the first national beer brand and self-named king of beers. He was not alone. The Anheuser-Busch Brewery offers tours daily. Even if you're not into Budweiser, I recommend it for the architecture alone. Also, sometimes the Clydesdales are there too. And at the end of the tour, you get to sample their product for free.
guys. Have a good one.
Don't fall in.
So Landon has decided he would like to touch the Mississippi River. And he has done so.
Feels like Lakewood.
Oh, and there goes Warren. Yay!
It's not
All right, so that was our river cruise around the Mississippi River, right in between St. Louis, Missouri, and Illinois, making sure I didn't get it mixed up again like I did on the boat. Of course, on board the Tom Sawyer Riverboat, definitely well worth it. Again, we got the combo pass with the Arch Tour, which I'll be featuring in my next video. I think it worked out to about $14 a person for an hour-long cruise, so definitely worth it. As you saw, they did have refreshments available on board for sale, as well as restrooms if you needed them. My only critique, the tour was great. Narrator, music was good too. Got to see both sides of the river. They took our picture in the beginning, right in front of the boat, which, of course we knew they were going to sell it to us. And then when they came around with the pictures, they were all green screen pictures. They didn't have a green screen out there. It was like a digital green screen. And that was a little disappointing because it was actually a great view of the riverboat. So, that was a little disappointing. But beyond that, it was a very good experience, and one I would say is a must-do if you come out here to St. Louis. So I got the arch behind me a little bit, and of course we'll be featuring that a bit more up close and personal. The next video, as I've said about 4 times now. Anyways, want to thank you for watching this video. If you did like it, please give it a like here on YouTube. Of course, subscribe to the Peach State Prime channel for more content like this. Tourist attractions, amusement parks, special events, movie reviews, and of course, fun places to eat and shop, all covered here. To learn more about me and my YouTube efforts, you can visit peachstateprime.com. Of course, leave a comment if you've ever been here to St. Louis, or if there's something that you want to call out in the video. Always love to hear from you. Anyways, thank you once again for watching this video. Hope you have a great day, and God bless.